She had been captured and was now thrown into a dark, dank prison cell. Her captors, a ruthless and dangerous gang, had no idea who she really was. They thought they'd captured just an ordinary woman who'd put up no fight and would do as they pleased with her. But they were dead wrong. She had been a soldier, an assassin, a secret agent, a spy, and even a renowned MMA fighter. Now, she was just a prisoner in the dark. But that didn't mean they could treat her like one. You see, even in the darkest of times and places, there are always hints, subtle or not so subtle, that give away who she really is. For some, it might be the way she carries herself, the steely-eyed gaze that doesn't break even under torture. For others, it stays the calloused hands of someone who knows their way around a weapon, or the faded scars that tell tales of battles fought and won. And for the most, it's the little things, the seemingly insignificant details that give her away. The enemy noticed one such detail. It wasn't anything obvious, at least not to the untrained eye. It was a small patch on her clothes, an insignia that spoke of a past life, a past that was far from ordinary. When the enemy saw this, his face drained of color, his eyes wide with disbelief and dawning horror. He froze, unable to comprehend what he was seeing. In that moment, the realization hit him like a ton of bricks. This woman, this prisoner he had so carelessly underestimated, was no ordinary captive. She was someone of importance, someone he and his men should never have messed with. But it was too late for that realization. She had already turned the tables on them. With a swiftness that belied her seemingly fragile form, she had disarmed the guards, sending weapons clattering to the floor. In the blink of an eye, she had transformed from a helpless prisoner into a deadly threat. The change was so sudden, so unexpected, that the enemy and his men were left stunned and paralyzed by it. They had expected her to cower in the face of their power, to beg for mercy, or to try to bargain her way out of the situation. But she had done none of those things. Instead, she had shown them just how wrong they were about her capabilities, and about the danger she posed. The sight of the patch on her clothes, a symbol of her past, was enough to send shivers down the spines of the enemy and his men.
Oh.
They had dealt with dangerous people before, but this was different. This was a level of danger they had never encountered before. As the realization of who she really was dawned on them, a mix of fear and regret washed over them. Fear of what she might do to them now that she was free, and regret for underestimating her, for treating her like just another ordinary prisoner. But she wasn't just a prisoner in the dark. She was a force to be reckoned with. A predator that had been caged but was now unleashed. With the agility and precision of a seasoned warrior, she moved through the prison, taking out the guards one by one. It was as if she had been trained for this very moment, knowing that she would be forced to fight for her freedom. And indeed she had. She had been trained for countless situations, both in combat and in life. She had faced down impossible odds and survived. She had endured torture and emerged stronger. This was just another test, another obstacle in her long and storied career. As the last guard fell, she stood amidst the chaos, her chest heaving slightly, her eyes cold and hard as steel. She had turned the tables on her captors, but her fight was far from over. With a newfound sense of urgency, she began to search for a way out of the prison. She had to get to safety before her enemies regrouped and came back stronger, but she was confident that she could handle whatever came her way. After all, she had faced worse and lived to tell the tale.